introduce him. Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Top Table Live. Happy Wednesday night.
15.
That means we'll be doing this for 30 weeks.
Yes.
That's pretty scary.
Well, longer because we skipped a few.
Yeah, we're not very reliable.
So, yeah, it's amazing.
Woo! We're pushing 7 months of, 8 months of quarterly, 8 months of fortnightly live streaming.
Yeah.
Crazy times. But welcome, thank you for tuning in. It's good to see plenty of you in the chat already, which is always good fun. And we're looking forward to having a bit of a chat. And this week's topic is of course...
Get your words out, Jay.
I'm trying. This one is... Right there, mate. This one is, of course, why do we play tabletop games? So, who's in? Let's have a look. Have we got all the usual suspects in? So, Green Tree's been in for about an hour.
Are you still in Green Tree? If you are, thank you for watching, my friend.
Great to have you as always, Green Tree. Good evening. Glyn Seymour says, hey, Bacon. Hey, Glyn. Good to have you in, buddy. Hope you are doing well, my friend. We've got Joe Holzman in. Says, evening, guys.
How you doing, Joe?
Evening, Joe. Steve Bonnar's in. He says, hello. Hashtag keep them waiting. We are on time.
Yeah. We've seen you on another live stream.
We've seen you around, Bonnar. Yeah.
Not tonight.
I was here 4 hours ago, but nobody was talking. Well, I am glad you're here, Steve. Pleasure as always, my friend. How's that army of tanks that you're painting coming on? It's madness. And then we got Will Rabb.
Will, how you doing, pal?
How are you, friend? What have you been up to, my man?
If I keep scratching this eye, by the way, people, I've got something in my eye. I've had it in there all day and it's not gone.
It's your finger. That's what's in your eye.
It's really sore.
I love that joke. Anyway, Nicholas Gardner says, I'm here for whatever good it brings. Hello, Nicholas. Is it your first time, mate? We are bad with names, so it's probably not, and you've probably been here in every episode, but if it is, and for anyone new, do get involved in the chat. We're all lovely people. Let us know where you're from, what you're up to, what games you play, that sort of stuff, and get involved.
Yep, just a little post saying what games you play, like Jay said, where you're from, and you know what, it'd be interesting to know where you heard about Top Table in the live stream. Was it a post that one of us have put up, or has someone recommended you? It'd be really interesting. Just pop it in the comments, and then at least we know who you are, and we'll remember you for next time. Fingers crossed. Correct.
Danny Dorito is in. I love that name.
How you doing, Danny? Danny watches the 40k battle reports, the narrative campaign.
The Seeds of Decay.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about it later, but that second battle report looked good. It looked good, and we'll make you all go and check it out. Steve Bonnar says, waiting is boring. Glad to see we're talking Weekender tonight. We are not, because you suggest... We'd have been all over that. We love excuses to plug it, but you suggested that one 10 minutes after we announced the topic of the episode, but maybe in a fortnight.
If you want to talk about the weekend, or you want to find anything out about the Weekender, check the last video with Tommy in, because there was a little bit of a spoiler.
An accidental spoiler, which no one's kind of picked up on, right?
No one's even mentioned it.
Shocking.
No one's even mentioned
lots of Weekender news coming very, very soon. We were talking about last night, weren't we?
Yep.
For those of you who don't know, the Top Table Legacy Weekender is a collaboration between me and Steve at Top Table Gaming and, of course, the wonderful Andy Burdis from Blackjack Legacy. And we've come together to run an event with a difference, and it's got a very casual gaming community focus where we just bring our communities together because we love the people who get involved in our stuff, and we have a weekend of fun, like non-tournament focused gaming. And first one was a raging success. The hype was nuts.
Amazing. It was amazing.
Everybody loved it. Yep. Second one, it's going to be even better. We got some really good news yesterday, didn't we? Ooh, and I'm not going to let Steve spoil anything because he loves to spoil stuff. But the Weekender 2 on the 11th to 13th of October at Element Games in Stockport is going to be nuts.
It's going to be good.
And I just completely jumped on the first possible opportunity to plug it there. Let's move on. All right. Tom Glover's in. Says, evening, gents. Evening, Tom.
How you doing, Tom?
Again, is it your first time, buddy? Awful with names. If it is, let us know what you play, where you're from, how you found us. Get involved in the chat. We're a good bunch. Nick Moore's in. Top Table hero, Nick Moore.
Yeah. I'm under orders from Nick.
What? Why? What have you done?
I've got to pick him a model up at the weekend.
Oh, from Warhammer Fest. We'll get to that.
Yes.
We only had one tech issue tonight, Nick. We're getting it down every time. We only panicked for like 5 minutes before this live
stream. And we think we've worked out what it is, and we worked out all on our own, Nick. We didn't need you.
Yeah, I did. Nicholas Gardner says, that's why I'm watching X-Wing Hyperspace tournaments on another window. Well, you got to do something, but we're here now, so close the rest of it down. Yeah. Buckle in, because we're going to have some fun this evening. And he also says, oh yeah, it's night where you guys are at. It's 3 PM here. 3 PM, does that mean you are stateside, my friend? Let us know. You probably already have, because we're a bit behind there. Steve Bonnar. I'm watching this on my big TV while messaging on my phone. Need more screens. Yeah, good shout, my man. Get a picture of that in the group. We want to see us in glorious... You don't want to see us in high definition, do you?
I was going to say.
That's a trailer. Go on, I'm going to let you take over.
Gaz is in. Gaz Baller. How you doing, Gaz?
What up, Gaz?
Friend.
Gaz SBG tournament. like extraordinaire.
And painting. He's painting. He ended his final pick for the competition.
What did you paint? What did you paint, guys?
Aragon. And it's a belter.
Is it the one from his 1 year comparison image? Do you remember that one?
Is that the one with the dagger and the sword?
No, I think that's like my sword's too heavy. Do you know the one with the flaming brand?
Oh, Weathertop one.
My sword's too heavy. That's how I refer to it.
He painted both. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gaz. I think that you entered the other one, the Am and Hen one. I think.
How many Aragons have you painted, Gaz? I think it's a few.
Yeah, it's fun painting Aragons. Good sculpts. Nicholas Gardner. Anyone else here from the east coast of America? I've watched the old videos. I've just subscribed the other week and got the notice to watch now.
Good man.
Keep doing that, brother.
Good to have you. What'd you play, my friend?
Steve Bonar says, I get around.
Yep.
It's only 10 tanks, but sadly they're away as I've lost the hobby drive, given no gaming time in the near future.
Sad times, man.
Hope that perks up soon.
We'll try and reinvigorate that for you, Bonar.
It happens to us all. I get that now and again.
I did it last month, didn't I? I had kind of a month where I just didn't do much.
I had to give him a kick up the backside.
Oh, listen to him.
You know.
Dad got involved.
The Scottish Tabletop. I played tabletop games because the blood gods must be appeased.
The blood gods must be appeased.
How did your live stream go, my friend? I know that you were earlier on this evening, because that's where we spotted Steve Bonar, and I did nip in whilst we were setting up to your live stream and had a listen, and you were putting some miniatures together. I think
Probably some corn.
Space. Was it corn?
I'm assuming that comment.
I thought it was
corn. Either way, glad to have you, my friend.
Yeah,
let us know more about you and what you got going on.
Steve Bonar says, I did on the videos comments section. How do you scroll down on this little tiny laptop? Lee Darbikin's in. Hey Lee.
Hey Lee, good to see you, man.
How long till Jay slips up? Not long, mate.
I'm surprised I haven't already. I'm not going to say any accidental swear words as long as you don't make me name 40k factions.
Gene Steeler.
I'm not even going to try because now it gets me now.
I say Gene Steeler cults and it sounds wrong.
Yeah, it does now, doesn't it? In my head, it's
You've ruined
the other one.
You've ruined it. Infinity.
Stan Garnett.
This is your life. How you doing, pal?
That was the most voted for topic of tonight. Top Table Lee, this is your life.
This is your life.
You bunch of trolls. Although it would be quite funny.
Scottish Tabletop. I found you guys through Stephen Bonar. Stephen Bonar, the legend that is.
He's getting his work done. Good lad, Steve.
Tom says, made it for the 10th stream, but missed each of them since. Good to be back live for a change. It's good to have you, brother. It's good to have you in. Remind us, because, like I said, we are getting on a bit. We're a bit old and don't remember things. Where are you from and what games do you play? Well, I'm old. I don't know what his excuse is. Fly Mammal, hi. Hi, Fly Mammal.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good to have you in.
Do you want to take over? Cause,
go on in.
I feel like I'm running away with it.
We got Nicholas Gardner. He says, primarily X-Wing, now Legion, and I keep the Middle-earth torch burning for New York. Nice. I love a bit of Legion at the moment. Been painting Might Imperial's got the new tank. It's huge. I was airbrushing that.
I seen you mess all over the table when I came in.
Yeah. I was airbrushing that last night, and I've been playing a lot of X-Wing lately, trying the new Separatist stuff. It's good fun.
Yeah.
I'm digging my Star Wars, and weirdly, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but just the Star Wars games have really.
I like Star Wars, and I look at. I've not played any of the games, and not for any other reason other than the fact that it's just another game, and I'm sort of. I was going to say something else deep, but I'm neck deep in 40k Middle Earth for the minute. It nearly.
That's alright, it's what, 8 minutes past, we're doing okay.
Past the watershed, it's alright.
Do you know one thing I miss from the live streams? Where's all the hashtags?
I know.
Where's the hashtags gone? Seymour,
What happened to
looking
these
at you.
bad boys?
Hashtag Elven Lunchbox, baby. We want the hashtags back. Hashtag bring the hashtags
That was
back.
live stream number 1, I think.
Elven Lunchbox? Wasn't it even before
Yeah, that's
Top
what I
Table
mean.
Live?
It was like before. I think I did that as a tester, and then we went, yeah, let's do this live thing.
Everyone loves it, they make hashtags.
Yeah,
and then, what were your favourite hashtags? Hash.
There you go.
I can't remember some of the old ones. I remember Elven Lunchbox. What else did we have? Glenn's going to now spam the comments.
Yeah, Glenn, remind us what all the hashtags was.
Where are we up to?
Scottish.
Says the live stream went well. Good job, my friend.
Good stuff.
Green Tree says hello, peoples. Hello, Green Tree. Thank you for being in nice and early.
I'm
not reading Bonar's. No, stop it.
Very naughty.
Bad Bonar.
Very naughty.
And he also says hashtag JMS over the table. And
there's your hashtag, mate.
There it is. And Gaz says, done both Weathertop and Am and Hen for the competition. Got 3 Aragons left when I get them for the collection. Very nice. 3 Hunters Aragon is now my favourite. The new 3 Hunters. No, actually, I prefer the old 3 Hunters.
Weathertop Aragon.
Do you not like the old one with the bow?
He's hot up though, you can't see him.
That's
And
cool.
he's too
though.
big. He's too big.
That's cool.
He's too big.
No, I like him.
The Weathertop Arrow one's the best. But the one I convert.
What? Can't hold my sword?
Yeah, but did you see my conversion?
No.
So he's holding his sword. He got rid of the band and repositioned the arm, and he's like stepping forward and swinging down.
This is like prime content right here. No, I've not seen that.
It's mint. It's a pretty decent paint job. Everything's
Alright.
myself as well.
Steve Bonner, TTG hashtag. Hashtag normal friends.
Normal friends.
Steve and his normal friends. That was the clanger of episode 2, right? Right at the end, we got very close.
That's what I'm getting on my next t-shirt. Because
That's
I need different. I want a different colour than black.
I want the red one.
I blend in too much.
We can't buy the green one, it ruins the green screen. I rocked up in a green hoodie tonight.
Do you know what?
I had to throw this on, we found it in the studio.
I might get a pink one.
You can pull it off.
I could pull it off.
You look good. Man like you, yeah, so good. Sam Glover says, I'm from Bradford, I only play Middle-earth SPG, although I did make the mistake of watching the Seeds of Decay videos and now fighting Temptation to start fighting.
You made the mistake?
The mistake?
That's not a mistake, how dare you? And don't fight the temptation. Listen,
How
I put 40k off for 5 years. I'm not playing that game, It's too bad, I don't want to play it. Heard all the horror stories about tournaments and stuff. And now I am loving it. Loving it.
How do I kick him out of the live stream anyway? Tom, for those horrible... no, I'm playing.
Strike one.
I'm glad the videos are inspiring you. Let us know what you think about the Seeds of Decay. I've enjoyed watching them.
I'm learning because it's a although it looks very similar to the Middle-earth ones,
It's not.
It's a very different way of filming because the phases are different and what happens in each phase is a lot different. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. The second, I'm pretty proud of the last one.
Good.
Yeah.
Flying Mammal says, hashtag top bants. Sean will tell me off, lol. Glenn Seymour says, hello Steve, makeup was quick today. Yeah, let them all know you were in makeup. It takes hours to look like this.
I don't need makeup.
You should see him pre-makeup.
I don't need makeup.
It's not a good sight. Looks quite similar to Susan Boyle. I don't know where that comes from.
So don't knock it till you tried it.
Oh, Steve Bonnard's gone hashtag crazy. Hashtag blue boxes.
Blue boxes.
Forgot about that one. Hashtag Elven Lunchbox. Hashtag real friends. Hashtag empty the bucket. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Hashtag Lumberjack Legacy and hashtag Real Slim J. Oh, I forgot about Slim J. Oh.
Slim J's a good one.
Who needs self-esteem anyway, right? And then Jill Monroe is in. Evening, gents. Good evening.
How are you doing, Joe?
Good to have you in. So, what have you all been up to hobby-wise over the last few weeks? We are going to talk about why we do tabletop gaming in a bit, but let us know in the comments below what you've been up to over the last 2 weeks. What have you been up to?
Ooh.
Filming-wise, hobby-wise, and everything in between. What's been going on, Steve Crow?
Quite a bit of filming. The videos that you have seen thus far are the AON unboxing and the Battle Company's book review, which is with Ben,
Of course,
which went down very well. Cool new additions. Can't wait to see more.
You painted an AON yet? Usually you get straight
No,
on
I've not paid it. I bought it. I got it home. I put it on the side. I'm concentrating on 40k at the minute. And yeah, obviously the 40k battle report, which takes
Seeds of Decay. If you haven't checked it out, do go and check out the second Seeds of Decay battle report because the filming style is wicked. I think Steve's really kind of honed like his skill on what are our kind of signature multi-camera battle reports. So do check it out and let us know what you think and give us some feedback because I think it looks wicked.
Yeah, I'm proud of them. And to be fair, from the first one, I took a lot on board of what people said in the comments. People were asking for more close-ups. So the combats are very close-up of what's happening. I mean, it adds to the date in time, but I'm happy with how it comes. And as long as you guys are enjoying it, that's the main thing. But yeah, so lots of 40k painting. Halfway through painting Ultramarines, and for some unknown reason, I've started painting my Space Wolves as well.
That's smart.
But yeah, other stuff I can't really talk about.
Is it all top secret channel
Top secret stuff, can't talk about it.
So what's coming in Seeds of Decay episode 3, or can you not say?
Yeah, I can say. So Seeds of Decay
Tell us about the series.
3, it's a narrative campaign. It's basically Ultramarines against Death Guard. Story driven, really cool. No,
You guys have come up with it yourself?
Yes. Yeah, so we're making the story. We're using models that only the models that you get in the Conquest magazine, so it's the most basic models, so it's like Space Marine Intercessors, few Reavers, Captain, Lieutenants, nothing major. We've just got the Apoca 3, which, is that how you say it? Apoca 3?
Apoca Theory.
Apoca 3?
Apoca 3?
Apoca 3?
Apoca 3.
Yeah, I'm just
I'm
painting him
swearing then, I'm like, oh man.
I'm painting that up.
Nice.
Ben's used his, what's it called? Plague Crawler thing?
Noxious, blight, bringy,
Blight Hauler.
plaguey,
That's the one.
poisony, gooey thing.
Which wasn't as effective in the last battle report as he thought it would be.
What weapons did he have on it?
I couldn't tell you. He failed his rolls on the first one, so it's meh.
They can be quite. I've seen them used in like threes pretty well.
Yeah, apparently.
You guys are learning the game. And the good thing is you're learning the game together on camera.
Yeah.
So people who, especially if you're buying the Conquest magazines, you can kind of play along, follow along, and you can learn from the mistakes we're quite open to make on YouTube.
Yeah.
So you learn the game back.
We know we're going to make mistakes, and we're quite happy to keep the battle reports organic and just flow with it. And then the feedback that we're getting is brilliant.
God bless the YouTube comments
It's
section.
awesome because it helps us out.
It actually helps
It helps us out a lot. Yeah, we're really enjoying that. So keep that coming. And this next battle report, the one that's next, the viewers are going to choose basically the theme of the battle report. So then we have in between each battle report we have another like sort of mini teaser video, which updates. Yeah, so it's like Star Wars-esque thing. But it's up in it. It's not down. It's up. The writing goes up.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it goes up.
Look, what are you doing?
Sort of updating people on the story.
Nice.
And on the next one, which will be due out next week, there'll be a vote. There'll be a poll on the Facebook group, so people can vote to see which direction that story goes in.
Nice, that's cool.
I'm not going to give too much away yet. Let's wait for the teaser video. Them teaser videos are only a couple of minutes long.
But do check out the Seeds of Decay series. You're having a lot of fun making it.
It's awesome. What about you?
Oh, right. What have I done the last 2 weeks? We did some content. We got the Hellboy unboxing out. I got to play with Hellboy, and then Lee's been doing bits around
The
playing it.
amount of miniatures in that box is
It's a beast. We've got 2 in the studio because me and Lee both got on the Kickstarter, and it's just like absolutely bonkers. So we did a Hellboy unboxing. I've had a bit of play with that. What else have I done? Released my hobby vlog, showed off my Ice and Fire stuff, my Gloom Spike, which is like the probably close to 200 models I've painted this year, which is nuts really if you think about it. And then I went to the Mantic Open Day on Saturday. That was wicked fun. Me and Top Table Lee went down for the day. We had that much fun. We didn't get any photos or anything for the group. We were literally just having crazy fun. Andy from Blackjack was there, and TNG, and Paul Welsh and Dan Meadows, who run The Walking Dead for us at the Weekender.
Top blokes.
Lots and lots of lovely people who we know through different things. Like Mantic is definitely kind of big in Manchester. There's a lot of the Manchester community. Michael Hadstead was down there.
Yeah.
So caught with loads of cool people. When me and Lee got there, we got dragged into a secret room. And I will say no more because we signed an NDA, but we played a game.
That's how we met in a secret room.
I know, right? We played a game that was very fun, and never trust Andy or Lee. That's all I'm going to say. Scumbags. And then I got to try out the new iteration of The Walking Dead All Out War.
Cool.
Which I've got a load of the paint stuff here. You backed it on Kickstarter, didn't you? But you never quite got to it. It's a really fun game. One of my favourite games from Mantic. Got to try out the new edition. I have to admit, it's in open beta. I think I can talk about this. Of course I can. They demoed it to me. I was really worried because they've removed the event deck and the threat tracker,
right, okay.
which were 2 of the things. They basically made it larger scale, and it's more about like me versus you. The zombies are still there, but they work differently now, and they've changed all the crews and balanced it.
So is it the same game updated, or is it like a different?
It's still the same game, but like the walkers activate differently. Like they can only move once now, and combats happen. Like whereas you used to move everything, then do all the combats happen in your activation now.
Right.
And walkers can only move once. And if 5 walkers all get within like I think it's 3 inches of each other in a kill zone, they turn into a 10 walker horde that has a new base that you put on, and there can be like hordes of zombies. It's really cool.
Like a herd.
A herd. I thought it was a horde.
Well, they say a herd in the TV thing, don't they?
Do they?
Yeah. It's a herd.
There probably was herd there then, I'm just hearing my own thing.
I wasn't even there.
I was a little bit worried because I love the event deck and the threat tracker, but those worries were quashed. Me and Lee got to play. We didn't play a full game, we played a couple of turns. It's wicked fun, excited to play more. So after that I came back and I've been painting some Walking Dead. I've always wanted to own Shane because he's my favourite character from the TV show. Shane's legit.
Did Shane suffer the same fate in the comics as he does on the TV show? You don't read the comics.
Don't know. Spoilers. I don't know when you say the same fate, which end of it he's on. So I picked up the Shane booster and I got the new the Chris, who's kind of the leader for the Hunters faction.
Yeah.
He was like a show exclusive. I got that, and he
that
come with 2 really cool little objective markers on 25mm. So I painted those, posted them in the group. So did a bit of Walking Dead painting. Other than that, hobby-wise, I've been chipping away at my Legion, but I always need 2 or 3 things just to, rather than just hitting one hard like I did.
Never finished.
The Lannisters nearly killed me doing that.
Finished the Lannisters. That's the only army he's finished since I've known him.
Yeah, the Gloomspite done. 1k. But I really so I was doing the Legion stuff and I wanted something to break it up, and I had loads of models that I never got to, so I started putting together a Khorne Demon army. And I've painted a Bloodletter. I know. I don't actually think I'm ever going to use it.
I don't.
I love building models. We've talked about this before. It's my favourite part of the hobby end of. I prefer building to painting models. So I built a Bloodthirster and some Bloodletters and loads of stuff. And I painted one. One's done, based and everything. The other 29, don't know.
What? So are they 40k or are they AHs?
They're both. So yeah, Chaos Demons can all be used in both. They have rules for both AHs and 40k.
That newish release.
Slaanesh came out last week. Do you like that? I think it's a bit weird. Top Table Lee's just bought a load of that. We split Wrath and Rapture, which was like a Chaos Demon set that has Khorne Demons and Slaanesh Demons.
The one with the 4 arms.
Yeah, the Keeper of Secrets.
That you can't tell if it's male or female.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous kit.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Byron's just painted one on one of the Artist Opus live streams.
Has it?
Yeah, they are gorgeous. So there are lots of gorgeous models. I think some of the Khorne Demon stuff is.
Yeah.
So Legion is my priority, and then I'm probably gonna dabble in and out of this because I did most of the Khorne Demon stuff with the airbrush, and it was like a dry brush, a wash, and paint his sword. So it could be an arm I get done quick, and it could be in the studio for you and Ben want to mix up your 40k games, and I might dabble it in iOS one day. Who knows? So yeah, that's pretty much what I don't think I've been up to anything else of note really. Obviously I've been doing a lot of video editing, like all the Guild Ball videos from Vengeance, they've all been just throwing out in the group, getting those up. Everybody wanted all the stream games, so they're up. And we've both been kind of beavering away in the background, preparing for the weekend of 2.
Big time.
Let's just say there'll be a lot more info before the next stream.
Very busy. Very, very busy.
Exciting, we've gone out of focus. Anyway, let's have a look what everybody in the group has been up to. Oh my word, you guys talk a lot, I love it. So Gareth Baller says, Tom kicked my ass last Wednesday at SBG. Gaz, doesn't everybody kick your ass at SBG?
Tom Jennings, is it?
No, I think it's Tom Glover.
Oh, is it? Ah.
From Bradford, so I'm making a bit of an assumption.
Yeah.
Come on, Gaz, we're going to have to get you in training. We'll do like a Rocky montage for the channel.
Yeah, when you play,
you in training.
You need to not be that Mr. Nice Guy that you are in real life. You could be a bit of a vicious streak to win these games.
Glenn Seymour says sweet off A. I'm guessing that's what he's been up to. Hope that changes soon, buddy. Steve on has his hashtag weekend of 1. Jill Monroe, nothing much hobby-wise. Got 2 kittens who have taken up all my time sitting painting the Guild Ball starter just now, though. Is that the Masons Brewers one? They are some. I love them. Really cool models. The Brewers are so much fun. Green Tree, still done absolutely no hobby since Christmas, but a box of Umber Berserkers arrived yesterday. Got to get that ice and fire in.
There's nothing like a fresh box in the post to kickstart your hobby. What's it?
Fire. Mojo.
Yeah,
your
mojo.
Fire. Your hobby fire.
Your hobby fire. A bit of fire in your belly.
Another thing is, I did the wonderful Jerry Brawley, probably not watching, did hook me up. These are really hard to get up. These are the.
All they can see is a box with red things in.
I'm not even going to get them out because you won't see it there either. They are the activation flags for Song of Ice and Fire, so the Lannister ones at the OP kit. And to get them painted to go with that, they can then just live on because it looks pretty. Where are we up to? Nick Moore, painting terrain for Legion, painting terrain, and hassling Jay to get me some MDF laser cut. Nick is, as always, doing stuff for both the channel and, of course, Element Games, which is my day job. Nick is my absolute legend on every front.
I think Nick's a legend generally. Nick bailed us out big time with our technical issues in the studio, as he tends to do.
We were debating spending a lot of money and Nick saved us.
Yeah. So, yeah, big thumbs up for Nick Moore again.
More terrain painting that you're going to see on the channel, and plenty of terrain for the Element Games Gaming Centre, which will be hosting the weekend, so you're all going to get to use it. Woo woo! We've announced that, right? Yeah, we have announced
Yeah.
So we got Nicholas Gardner, he says, I've been terrain building, working on my Nova diorama for the Bridge of Khazad Dum for my Nova painting entry. Also been finishing up my Jinner, so for Legion, both all hammering out 12 Galadriel archers. Nice. What is Nova Open like, Nicholas? It's the one US show I've not done, and I believe it's got a heavy miniatures focus like Adepticon, so it's one I'd like to do, because Adepticon is my favourite to date. I love that show.
I'd love to. I mean, I just don't think I could justify it to the missus.
Hashtag get top table to Adepticon.
I don't think she'd.
A week away.
Yeah. I'm going to America for a week. See you later. Enjoy looking after the kids.
I wouldn't get away with it.
Nice one.
Like I only got to go because of my job.
Yeah.
Like when I was working for Steamforge, I'd never get away with that trip now.
Well, even Devin, who runs the Middle Earth segment of Nova, he was like, we'd love to have you over, bring some of your terrain. We'll hook you up at a hotel. Even then, and I'm like,
not even brave enough to ask Anna.
I know what the answer would be.
Yeah.
I know what the answer would be after she's hit me in the face with a slipper or something.
That's what you get for having 17 children, my friend.
Yeah, 17 kids, yeah. Really said something else then.
Tom Glover says, started prepping my Rangers battle company and making headway on my Thorns company. As Gaz says, kicking ass at SBG. Good lad.
Ben's doing Rangers.
Is he?
Battle companies, yeah. Rangers of the North.
We've been chatting about that. We might be doing some battle company stuff.
Yeah, I don't think there's any might.
I can't figure out which one. We were chatting about this.
Why don't you let the people choose?
Yeah. Oh, this could be disastrous.
It'd be funny if they choose you a thing that you've not got on models for and you can't get them anymore.
Okay, I'm going to put a poll in the Top Table Gaming community group tomorrow. We are going to be playing some battle companies because it's a good way of getting lots of recorded content out for you and it's fun. You guys get to pick my faction.
Well, to make it easy, because you're just going to get loads of different, like you did with the...
I will set some options.
You give 3 or 4
of
the ones you like and then let the people make the decision.
Do you know what I'm going to do as well? I'm going to let them name the characters.
Ooh.
This is going to be disastrous, isn't it?
Well, there's going to be a sausage and bacon in there, isn't there?
Of course there is.
Standard.
Slim J and Real J. And you guys are in full control of my Middle-earth battle company for the upcoming series, so we'll get some polls running and you guys can... This is going to be disaster.
You're not in control of mine.
It's going to be like Shooty McArcher face and Stabby McSpear face, isn't it? But you guys are in control of my battle company. That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Oh, I'm so sad because it'd be good. Where are we up to? Steve Bonner says, hobby-wise, I've painted the 10 marine tanks with full options to run them as Rhinos, Rainerbacks, Predators, Whirlwind and Command variants with 20 heroes, squads and destroyers for my White Scars Legion. You're a machine, Steve. You are a machine. How many models have you painted this year? And what was it?
Don't ask that question.
Was it like?
You'd be gutted by the answer.
Was it like 1,800 models last year? It was somewhat bonkers. What are you up to, Steve? What's your count for the year? Because I'm quite proud of my, I think, 150, 200. But I reckon you're going to destroy that. Steve on our hashtag Gobos.
Yeah.
Joe Holtzman, not done an awful.
We missed that one. Danny Dorito.
Oh, my bad, Danny. He says, I've dabbled with Warhammer on and off since Mum got me Space Crusade when I was 12.
Space Crusade.
I don't remember that.
Was
it Space Hulk?
No. So Hero Quest came out first, if I remember correctly, and was a hit. Obviously, that was the fantasy Warhammer MB games turned it into a board game, and then obviously they decided, that done well. Let's do a 40k version, and they did Space Crusade. It's basically the same.
Was that where 40k was invented? That world was Space Crusade like the first thing? Was that before 40k?
No, 40k was already around.
Oh, okay.
Space Crusade was like a game for the masses, like more marketable.
Is that the thing they re-released last year? Oh no, that was Rogue Trader.
No,
they did a book.
I know what you're thinking of.
It was Rogue Trader.
Yeah, but didn't they do Space Hulk as well or something?
Yeah, but no, it was a book that was like the original 40k. I think it was called Rogue Trader.
Yeah. Well, basically, it was like it was they sold it in Argos with Hero Quest.
Oh, okay. You can buy that stuff in Argos.
Yeah. I got Hero Quest one Christmas.
I used to buy.
I didn't have a clue what it was.
I used to buy my Magic the Gathering from Game.
Yeah, Game.
Yeah, crazy. Anyway, says I never really learned the rules, so I thought Conquest was a good way to learn, as did Steve.
Yeah.
Good on you, man. Where are we up to? Joe Holtzman, not done an awful lot hobby-wise. Painted Bolg. I got a game of SPG in on Saturday. Just finished priming my Army of the Dead and picked up a ticket for the doubles at Warhammer World.
We were just talking about doubles.
I got a message off the wonderful, beautiful and great friend Jason Mountain. I can't go. We were talking about maybe it's Vengeance 5.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Same weekend.
That's twice in the same year that the Warhammer World Lord of the Rings events have hit the same weekend as Vengeance.
It's smack bang in the middle of the kids' school holidays as well, so it's definitely, if I want to go, I'm going to have to earn some brownie points.
Yeah.
So I'll work on it. I may see you there, Joe. I may. I might even if I can't go, I might pop down for the day on the Saturday.
It's 2 Vengeances you're going to have dodged. There's the support, brother. Priorities. Don't even get me started on Warhammer Fest.
Ask him about Warhammer Fest.
Don't ask me about Warhammer. Gareth Ball says, starting to get some games in with Tom Glover at Leodis. Nice. Hope to improve. I've heard Leodis is a year old. It used to be like an online only store, and they opened an actual little story.
Yeah.
And I saw, like I love their social media and stuff, and I've got a lot of friends who play Guild Ball and stuff down there, Simon and James, and they're a year old. So congrats to Leodis. I've heard it's a cool little store. It looks good from social media.
Yeah, I've heard quite a bit about it.
He's also working on some Riders of Rohan.
Good man.
Skullmunch.
You might be happy then this weekend if there's some surprise releases at Warhammer Fest.
Skullmunch says, do you know what size base the herd/hordes are? It's not in the rules when I read them and asked on Facebook. I do. Now, for all the demos, because I asked what is that base, they're on the Warpath bases. So they're actually on like a rectangular base for Warpath, which is like, it's kind of like the mass battle Dead Zone, which is a sci-fi game. Imagine like those movement trays, but smaller. So it's on the Warpath bases, if that makes any sense, Skullmunch. And welcome, you didn't say hello. How very rude. I don't remember.
How?
How for now? What was that?
How?
Was that how to? Do you remember that?
Red Indian thing, isn't it?
I don't remember that though. How to?
Wow.
Anyway, Jay, why is your left pat pixelated? Because it's a bit close to green, so the green screen chroma key. Oh yeah, there is making it. It's backwards, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's making it all fuzzy. Ignore it. I did rock up in a green hoodie, not thinking. So we've had to bin that, and I found this one in the studio, and it's better, but not right. Can't wear green when you're filming these.
Into the wall.
That isn't actually printed on the wall. There's just a flat green wall behind us.
If we shake our hands, then quick, look, they turn green. How weird's that? Looks like we've not had a wash for weeks.
That's like, this is like world class live stream content.
Best live stream I've ever
Look,
done.
everyone's just dropping out of the chat because we're just being idiots. Hashtag pixelated pap. Danny Dorito. Oh, I broke it. Also used to really enjoy Blood Bowl, but I haven't got the new edition yet. Do you know what? I picked a starter setup for the studio recently, and then I was really hyped about it. I got my goblins, and we've got like humans and orcs here. And then someone told me it takes like 3 hours. Yeah, that and like that put like in my head. It's a board game. Like it's a me versus you.
Half hour.
Like 10 models each board game. I was like, it's an hour to 90 minutes in my head. When someone was like, it's 2 hours more while you're learning, I was like,
does it not have like a timer?
Maybe, I don't know, but I was told 2 to 3 hours. Even like tournament games, I think, are 2 hours, and I was like, I'm not.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
God.
We should have had that thing up.
We should have that as a button.
That'd be awesome. I'm going to do that next time. We usually pop up that woman. We ain't got no time for that.
Me and Steve have been into like, pre this coming on, we would start watching videos of like people do it with no sound. But Oscar's favourite thing on YouTube is fail army. He loves people hurting themselves. Anyway, we're tangenting again.
Here we go.
Nicholas Gardner, it's more or less the same game.
Yeah.
And then Green Tree says, hit the thumbs up, people. That is correct. Do hit the thumbs up. Share some love. If you like what you're seeing here and you're new, tell your friends, share the channel, get involved in the Facebook group. There's always stuff going on in there. It's great fun, right? You want to take over?
Nicholas Gardner says, no, but it's the biggest East Coast gaming convention and it's almost exclusively miniatures. It's the biggest Middle-earth tournament in America, I believe. I also believe that. And the boards there are beautiful. Devon does a great job of getting a lot of talented people together.
Isn't Right Wargaming terrain?
Right Wargaming does a lot of boards, and the lads in George, I think, did.
He's well better than you.
Did. George, the Canadian fella, he did some absolutely stunning boards. I'm sure he did a really nice Skillia one.
Do stuff because he's
Australia.
Yeah, but don't I thought they travelled.
They're two different
I
countries.
get that. I thought he travels over for that one.
I can't tell you. I don't know. But yeah, the gaming boards there are amazing.
Oh, look who's in.
Who let him in?
Oh, God. Who give away the secret code? That nice Lee is in. Top table Lee.
Give you a green hand.
Hey, buddy. He says, let the people choose. Well, the people choose This Is Your Life for me tonight. So...
Dun, 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 dun. Do you not remember This Is Your Life?
No, I'm not.
You don't remember it?
I remember it.
Get out of it.
I'm aware of it, but I don't remember
It used to be on every Sunday night, and then they did it.
Was it Chris Tarrant or someone used to give away a big red book?
No.
Who was
I
it?
can't remember his name. He was an Irish fella. What was his name? I can't remember. He was old Irish dude anyway. But yeah, This Is Your Life.
And it was just famous people.
Well, the thing is, it used to be famous for like sort of getting famous people, tricking them because they didn't know that's what they thought they were coming to a different show.
Right.
They turn up to this show and they go, "This is your life." I have a big red book with everything they've done in their lives. They did one with Gary Glitter and that was the end of it. That's why it's become famous.
Are you kidding me? That was like the last one.
No, it wasn't the last one, but that's like what people remember it of.
Yeah,
because like proper sketchy like.
Anyway,
Yeah.
nice. Glenn Seymour. Work is the focus with these last 2 months before the summer holidays. SPG Battle Companies and Hellboy is the summer plan. That is a summer that I want to be a part of, my friend. Sorry, I had to join you carrying that nicely.
That's his. Hobby-wise, I did a load of dead zone terrain while being very efficient, working from home. Good lad.
Nice.
Jesus, Rogue Trader was 40k 1.0. Steve Bonar, 207 as of today, fully painted since January 1st. Last year was 1,209 painted, of which 1k was Lord of the Rings. That's
that is
crazy,
bonkers,
man. Glenn says, hashtag Jay's Company Sausage, Blue Boxers, the twins, Slim J,
Big J.
Big J.
Big J? Big J?
Genie the Stealer of Cults.
No, like YouTube will ban us if I keep saying that word wrong.
That nicely, 3 hours if you know what you're doing, yeah.
Yeah, that's not for that. Like me and Lee were chatting about it in the car on the way to Mansit, the same thing. I was like, as soon as someone told me how long it takes to play, I was like, yeah, I'm out. I'm alright, yeah.
Nick says, hashtag, not got time for that. Ain't got no time for that.
Stop doing the impression.
I like it though. Eamon Holmes.
No, it's not Eamon. He said Eamon Andrews.
Like, Eamon Andrews. Who's Eamon Holmes?
Oh, no, because then someone else, then other people have said it's Michael Aspel.
No, Michael Aspel took over. Yeah, it was.
Eamon Holmes, that's the guy
Eamon Holmes
off
this morning, yeah, but it's Eamon, he's right, Eamon Andrews.
Eamon Holmes.
Yeah, but Eamon Holmes is Irish as well, isn't he?
Wow.
I'm Irish. You know,
so am I. Anyway.
You know how you would have named like Finnegan.
do you know Jamie Perkins from Steve Hodge legitimately said to me, he went, Finnegan, are you sure you're Irish? Are you actually Irish? I was like, I might as well be called like Potato McCloverface. But yeah, anyway.
Michael Aspel. Right, we're going off tangent anyway. It used to be 2 minutes a turn, 16 turns a game, be about 1 hour. An hour and a half once you get used to it. Yeah, that's more like thinking about. 3 hours is a long time. Don't know if that's changed in new edition or not. Glenn says poor Mantic.
Well,
yeah, I don't
legitimately poor Mantic as well.
Yeah, I mean we don't want to drone on about too much and drop the tone, but yeah, it was a
very bad thing happened.
Naff news. Yeah, there's some right.
There was a obviously
beep, people in the world.
Yeah, after the open day there was a break in at Mantic Games and. Looking at the pictures that they posted themselves, the office, they did a bit of a number on. There's like a smashed door, and it sucks. And they are all lovely people, and we hope it all gets sorted soon over there, guys.
Little guys, scumbags. Joe saying Steve showing his age there. Pre-Aspel.
This is your life. Hashtag pre-Aspel.
Pre-Aspel. Sunday night, mate. Sunday night TV. Steve Onar, Blood Bowl can be played quicker than 3 hours. If you've played it before, and 1.5 hours is fine. Yeah, I mean, Chris plays it.
Chris does, yeah. Chris,
we've asked him to give us like tutorials.
Chris Bunny, the person who designed this wonderful thing for us, who works here at Element and is a good friend of the channel. I think we put it on the screens in the gaming centre before we come through, so he's probably watching this right now.
Yeah, we won't be able to hear it though.
True.
You just see us going.
I got told off before we came through because I snuck on the sound system and put Taking the Hobbits to Isengard on a loop.
It was on for about half an hour.
Yeah, I forgot about it. Everyone's like, oh, you gotta love that song, right? Anyway, we are 40 minutes in because we love talking to you guys, but let's talk about the topic for this evening, which is why do we play tabletop games? So, you were all rubbish at the poll. Just going to throw that out there, you bunch of trolls. So, I decided let's talk about why we play tabletop games, and I'll go through some of the things that I thought of. You guys start sticking in the comments below, but there are many reasons why you could play tabletop games. It could be because you legitimately enjoy competitive play and you want to be the best at a system. That's not a bad thing. Or you want to play to the best of your ability and see where you rank in terms of skill in a game. It could be to make new friends. It could be to spend time with old friends. And very much like we do with the Weekender, to get involved in new communities. It could also be actually you're involved in tabletop gaming, but you don't play games, you're more of a hobbyist.
Yeah.
You enjoy the painting and the building models aspect and things like that. Or is there anything else I've kind of not gone over? So let us know in the comments below, like how you got into gaming and also why you play tabletop games. So what about you, Steve?
I've said it a few times before because it kind of ties into similar things we spoke about. But I got into tabletop gaming through Lord of the Rings SPG, as it was called then.
It was your boy, wasn't it?
Because of my lads. It was something we did together cut a long story short, basically, yeah, it was something we did together. I used to paint models for him. I really got into the painting side of it. So when he grew out of playing the game, I found that it was a nice way to relax for me. So I run my own business, you know, I was working pretty hard, and it was nice just to zone out, paint a few miniatures, and I enjoyed doing it. You know, I was always quite artistic in school, but never really did anything with it after school. So yeah, it was just something that just run through me, and then I went on the forums on the One Ring and was posting stuff. I then met a few people who play Lord of the Rings locally, and then started playing. It was always, for me, the hobby side of it probably always comes first.
Yep.
And gaming comes second, and I enjoy both. But I'd say I enjoy painting and building and making.
I think you paint, like, obviously we chat most days through like our group chats. I think you paint most evenings, like most days.
Yeah. I at least do an hour a night.
Yeah.
Most nights. It's rare if I don't.
It's good as a disconnect from like social media and work, and to shut all that off and just clear your head, right?
Yeah. Once the kids have been bathed and they've had stories and they go to bed, I'll have an hour while Anna's pottering around doing whatever she's doing. Because sometimes she works from home, so she'll have a laptop. So she might be on a laptop for an hour once the kids are in bed, and I'm just like, I don't really watch TV unless, like, obviously the usual stuff that we all watch, Game of Thrones and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll have an hour, but yeah, that's how I got into it, and then somehow I've ended up.
Look at you now.
YouTube channel,
GBHL, Top Table Gaming.
Massive nerd.
So why do you play tabletop games? Like, obviously the hobby side is big for you. Like,
do you know what?
Have you ever been a competitive player? Have you ever?
No.
Wanted to do well?
I tried. I did try, and it was more a case of not that I wanted to, it was just to see if I could.
We had a phase together at one point where we were hitting a lot of events, weren't we? It was kind of like when me and you like really kind of become proper friends.
Do you think that we did that to compete? For me, it was more the social.
Yeah, me too.
And I think that's what's kept me in it, because the group of friends that I've made, apart from you, the group of friends that I've made are like really cool people, and you tend to find, because you talk to people on the Facebook groups, the gaming groups, or doing this, we've already got something in common with the people that we're chatting to, and I think that's the perfect icebreaker. You've already got something to talk about. You don't have to try, and you tend to be on. Not everyone gets tabletop gaming.
Yeah.
So if you get it, you get it, and I think you click straight away. And it's the social side, the community side. I enjoy this, talking about gaming, probably playing gaming.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
What about you? I know you
cool.
were from being young, weren't you?
Yeah, let's do a bit of the comments first, and then we'll cover me. Do you want to start? Because
where are we?
I didn't.
You didn't have a pre-match week.
Yep, I can't last 90 minutes.
So let's have a look where we were up to. Glyn says, Bona, only 275 months, you're slowing down, old chap. Yeah, compared to last year he is. I think Steve said that he was he kind of lost that sort of get up and go to do it. So hopefully you'll find that again soon, Steve. That nice Lee, they were not rubbish. The Democratics will of the people was 2 hours of me. I'd quite happily tune into that, Lee, and I'd quite happily talk about you for 2 hours, mate. It was this guy that was sat here a minute ago that said, no, we can't do that. So I'll have a word with him. Stephen Bonar says, cheers, mate, that would be because they're mostly tanks. Yeah. I've been painting some quite big things. I've been using an airbrush. Are you airbrushing them, or are you just brush? Because if it was just brush, I think it would break my soul. I'm painting, what are the Space Marine Walker things called? What are they called?
What's that?
The Space Marine Walker things.
Dreadnoughts.
Dreadnoughts, they're the ones.
I'm back, don't worry, I'm at your hours
over. I'm painting a couple of them at the minute, and if I didn't have an airbrush, I'd struggle.
Well, we're not too good.
Glenn says, why isn't Lee at the studio? Democratic vote was for a Lee episode.
Yeah.
He blew us out. Standard Lee had better things to do than talk about gaming with two birds.
With those idiots.
Steve says, I got into gaming from a friend of 40k second edition. I continue to play when I can because I love the systems and the people who play them. Need a game so bad. Well, you know where we are, Steve. You ever fancy a journey south of the wall to Manchester? Shake your Shake your bottom here. I didn't say it.
Shake your bottom.
Shake your bottom.
That's not a thing.
It is now.
Never heard anyone say that.
I ain't got no time for that.
Oh.
Shake your backside down here, and yeah, we'll give you a game, mate. No problem.
Weekend
no,
of two.
Make a day of it, man.
11th to 13th of October. Sell the kids. Get rid of the wife.
Sell the kids.
Get to Manchester.
Can't say that one. We can talk about Gary Glade.
Right. We're going to get that second strike off YouTube tonight.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
Not that quick change subject.
So that nicely says, I'm taking over. Sorry, pal.
Yeah,
I'm into top table gaming because I love the social side. Yeah, you do, buddy. I would love to play more, but meh. Real life is busy sometimes.
Yeah.
Hellboy plays great solo, and I hear Dead Zone does too, so I'm sorted. I'm going to give you a game of Dead Zone. Andy Sharp gave me a demo.
Oh yeah, he did it. Alt Gaming.
Yeah, about 6 months ago. It is
We need
hilarious.
to get some of the Alty lads on the channel.
We do, like.
They're around the corner.
Yeah, there's no reason.
Well, they're literally
they
round
are
the corner
literally
from
round the
me.
corner. Like, yeah, you live minutes away.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
your
I'm still on the
Are you still
committee
on
thing.
You helped set that bad boy up.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, we'll get in touch. We'll sort something out.
We should. But Dead Zone is wicked fun.
Wait to Fire YouTube channel. Check it out.
Check out Wait to Fire.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
cover all things Mantic, so you can see lots of Dead Zone, Kings of War, Vanguard, all the stuff we love. Cool.
Just before you go past that, like Lee's mentioned about the reason he's in his social side. Just
I think-
segue. Weekender. That's what it's all about.
That's why we do
It's
it.
all about.
That is why we do it. Green Tree. Game of Thrones is going to be shocking in the end, not in a good way. Don't even, I'm so emotionally invested in Game of Thrones. And no, I'm not going to go into my Game of. I gave you my Game of Thrones spiel.
Yeah, don't do it.
Let's not. Only 2 left. Do you know when episode?
I'm not going to talk about Game of Thrones. Oh, by the way, there's only 2 left.
No, I'm doing it. Do you know when this isn't that? But do you know when episode 2 came out?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it until episode 3, and it sounds daft, but in my head I was like, if I don't watch it, it doesn't end.
It does sound
Anyway, Steve Bonner says, I enjoy building and converting minis, army building and list writing, and the GBHL community was amazing the last 2 years of playing. Yeah, GBHL was a powerhouse that I think is responsible for a lot of us. Got me into gaming. Nick Moore says, Weekender spoilers, question mark. We won't tell Jay when he's back.
He's back now.
Yeah.
He's back.
Yeah. Steve Bonner, sadly no airbrush, just spray cans and brushes for painting rhino-sized tanks. You can do some wicked stuff with rattle cans, can't you? You can really...
The painting tutorial that I did for the Space Marine Armour, that's how I'm painting my dreadnoughts. The exact same.
I haven't watched that one.
Yeah, exact same technique. It's doing alright. People like it, yeah. I might do a Space Wolf one, because I've just done
Just
the same.
lighten the blue.
Yeah.
Different shade. Because it's all the Xenophil work, right?
Slightly different, because I can't use the non-oil wash.
Yeah.
Because it ruins it.
Cool. So Glenn Seymour says, yep, Game of Thrones, there's going to be a flop ending. Where's the positivity, guys? It'll be fine.
Positive mental attitude, people.
And that actually says, haha, cheers, Glenn. Gareth Baller got back into the hobby just to chill out from family and work by painting in the man cave, and now loving learning the game and meeting new people like you two top gents. You are a first stage top table legacy weekender attendee. You were there at the start, buddy.
Are you going to be there in October?
And
if you're not, I'll be upset.
Absolute saint of a partner.
Yeah,
sat there like a trooper all weekend while Gaz played with toys for 3 days. I think she was doing a family tree. like, God bless her, but she's a keeper, my friend.
Tell her to come to the next one as well, because the next one's going to be even better. She can do 2 family trees.
Yeah. She can do yours.
Yeah.
We'll think of an excuse for weekend of 3, it's fine. Nicholas Gardner says, I got into tabletop gaming because it just feels normal. It's nice. I didn't seek it, but it wouldn't stop it now after 13 years. I could play all day, any day, in almost any system.
Oh, good.
Good.
I kind of know where he's coming from. Like, there's some days where I'm at work, and I literally, if I know that I'm going to get home from work before the kids or the wife get home and I've got an hour, I'm like, trying to get home as quick as possible. I think, right, I've got an hour now. I can
sneak an hour.
I can go and do this. I can go and do that, or I can finish editing that video. Because this has become part of my hobby as well.
Oh, it's one of the biggest parts. The hours that go into it.
Yeah, the channel's become. I've not sat and thought I'm going to paint this model to the best of my ability for a long time.
No, it's kind of like, let's get this on.
I need to get this painted.
Yeah.
I'm filming on Saturday. I need to get this army painted. Yeah, it's a shame, but you know,
it's worth it.
Needs must.
And Glenn Seymour says, I've said it plenty of times, I got into top table gaming because of my DAR. I think he means tabletop gaming. And I continue playing it because of the crack, the social aspect, and the chat about games.
Yes, you do.
Another first stage top
And the
table
Nando's.
legacy. And the Nando's.
And Nando's.
We are proud to say we got Glyn his first ever cheeky Nando's.
We brought your cherry.
Nick Moore was there to watch.
Yeah, this is on the same live stream as Gary Blair.
Stop saying that. There's got to be like a flag at YouTube or something. Steve Bonner says, "Don't cry, Big J. I'll try, my friend." Green Tree says, "Game of Thrones rushed."
Yes, definitely.
Yep, 100%. Nicholas Gardner says, "I also don't have kids or a relationship, so that's why that will help." God, imagine if I was hobbying like Oscar and stuff. The time I'd have. That'd be amazing. And Glenn Seymour says, "Expanding into events that are called the Weekender."
Ka-ching.
You know it. So let's have a chat about why I tabletop game.
Settling, guys.
I'll do the. Steve ribbed me for talking too much when it's my turn. I'll quickly cover like my gaming history as well, because that's what we're all doing. So I gamed when I was like 11 or 12. Started going to the Games Workshop in Manchester. Remember the old side of the Arndale? It was like in the basement.
The underground market.
Yeah, that's where it was. Used to go there. Have you?
Just get them snide nights.
Yeah. So I used to go. No, they don't. Not a clue. Not a clue. So I used to spend my Saturdays there, and obviously I used to actually play a lot of the specialist games. So it was Mordheim, Battlefleet Gothic.
Mordheim's awesome.
Warcry.
Do you think it is going to be? Let's not go on. Carry on. We'll talk about that in a minute.
It's going to be. Yeah, we will talk about Warcry in a minute because I can't stop talking about it. And then, like most people, stopped playing when I was 16, and I found beer and women, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop playing with toys for a bit. Just kind of moved on, and then very much like Gaz Baller alluded to, once Oscar was born. So my God, I've been back into tabletop game for 5 years now. I was like, got a new baby, like it's asleep, it's asleep. Phew!
Because it's not sleep.
Every parent's going, yeah, but everyone else is going, that's grim. And I wanted something to help me relax and just so I could go and take it. And I was like, do you remember when I used to paint Lord of the Rings models? And I got on YouTube and I found the GBHL, James Clark and Jamie Giblin. Like, really love your stuff. And they were like, well, you live down the road, come and play a game. And then I played my first ever game with Jamie on camera. That's a video on the GBHL. And then met you the week after, because I arranged to meet James. And he had a work thing. He was like, but I've got a pal Steve who wants a game, and we met in there for a game one like Wednesday afternoon.
I can still remember walking up the stairs, coming out the door, and I think you were stood in the
I was in the shop, probably shopping.
Alright. I can still remember. Because you have that thing. I don't have it now because I just accept that I'm a nerd. But I have that thing where you're like, alright, you don't want to look like a nerd.
Like,
do you know what I mean?
Rolls the carpet.
Alright mate, how's it going?
Should we go and kick a pigeon and spit? But no, and,
I don't normally play these games at all.
And then, so why do... And then the rest is history. Played Lord of the Rings. Obviously then got to make Wargaming my job. Spent a couple of years working at Steamforged Games. And Guild Ball became a huge part of me for a long time. I had a Guild Ball YouTube channel.
It bit me off. I had to do this on my own.
For a while. I'm back.
This top. Have we mentioned this before?
I don't know.
So top table. Anyone who's
it's actually 4 years old.
Anyone who looks back to the stuff like when I was on my own and just doing little tutorials and stuff like that. Actually, the very beginning, it was actually Jay who came up with the name Top Table.
No, it wasn't. It was Jay, my old housemate in work at the BBC. We couldn't think of a name, so me and Jay put a load of names into a hat, like just like adjectives, and and we pulled it out, and he was like, "Oh, that works really well." But
and then so we were like,
wasn't a YouTube channel.
Let's do this channel. Let's do this. And then you were like, I doing Guild Ball for a living. Do you want to play Guild Ball? And I was like, no. I want to play Lord of the Rings.
Thing is, we've skipped a bit. It wasn't originally a YouTube channel, was it?
No.
Top table
yeah, it was always YouTube.
It was always going to be.
YouTube was always going to be involved, but yeah, there was a bigger thing.
We can talk about it. It's never going to happen now, I don't think. We were looking at opening a retail store in Manchester, very much focused on community and gaming space. And
a hobby club.
Yeah, and we kind of made the decision to swerve when Element Games took over the Northwest Gaming Centre, because we're like, they're going to level up that space, and we definitely couldn't compete with the retail arm of Element, and now they've got hold of the game, and it was like, yeah, we're good. But we'd looked at a couple of venues, hadn't we, in like Ancoats on the outskirts of Manchester, and now Top Table Gaming is this that you see before you. So why do I game? It's actually, like, being completely honest, it's changed over the years. it started as just I'm gonna hobby and not game, and I did what everyone did. I bought a 40k army and a Lord of the Rings army, and it was my thing. So it started off that hobby was why I got into tabletop games. Then obviously I met you and a lot of the great community of the GBHL. Like so many of my friends now are from that era, and then it definitely became about the social and community side, which is something that we definitely push at the moment. And it was going meeting people at events. What I class as like the heyday of the GBHL back then, like the community was buzzing, awesome. It was growing. Awesome. Yeah. It's definitely inspired us what we're trying to do at Top Table, and I hope it shows. And yeah, making loads of new friends. We had this, and they were people that you wouldn't necessarily meet. No. Because different walks of life, different parts of the company, but this common interest brought us together, and I've made some like lifelong friends through this.
Well, last week,
hundreds.
Was it last week, the week before? I went to a gig, Ian Spiller's gig.
Who was a kid?
I've known Ian Spiller since he was about that big. From Middle Earth SPG events.
He's about 14 and used to come to events with his dad.
Yeah, because he's only nearly 18 now. So it's about 5 years old, so he's about 13, 14. And that's how I first met Ian Spiller. I used to come to events with his dad. I know his dad. And now he's in a band and he's going to take over the world probably because they are really good. Narrow Margin. And I met up with Barney, James Long, Ryan,
Sam Jeffries,
Sam Jeffrey, you know,
Callum
and Harry. Yeah, these are all people. So 3 of us from Manchester because the gig was here. You know, the others come from Nottingham, and it's just like I wouldn't have met them if it wasn't for this hobby or for Lord of the Rings. And next thing you know, we're meeting up, going to gigs. And it was a cracking night. Great.
I'll tell you what, something I noticed recently, and it semi-involves you, and it does show kind of how many people I've met through this hobby. Me and you didn't know each other. We had no mutual friends, no mutual connections. We now have about 150 mutual friends on Facebook.
All nerds.
So then obviously the first kind of year or so was definitely about like meeting new people, community, and then I'll be quite honest, for about 18 months when I moved to Steamforge and I got heavily involved in Guild Ball, I wanted to be competitive.
Yeah.
Like I still like, and I run a huge Guild Ball event. I still run that now, even though I don't play the game because I care about the community. So I still kept that community focus and meeting new people, but I tried really hard to be good, and I was.
Oh yes, he did.
I did, and I was trying to do exceedingly well at Guild Ball in its infancy, and I did okay.
Yeah.
I was always in the top end of tournaments. I never won one, annoyingly. But we had a third place, couple of fourth places, and I was trying to be good at a very hyper competitive game. And not that I didn't enjoy that, but I realised after about 12 months it was too much for me, and I'd rather invest all my time back into community. And I carried on doing that in Guild Ball. And then we had a conversation, and it's like, look, let's make Top Table what it was going to be. Me dedicating to one system was fun, and I'll never regret it. And again, I've met so many people, and I'm still involved in the Guild Ball community now, but it's like, I want to go and try other games because I remember that being involved in communities and meeting new people is kind of my primary driver. And now I think we've kind of really doubled down on that. And the reason why I do Top Table and the reason why I hobby now is not just to meet new people now and be part of a community, but to actually grow one.
Yeah.
Like, and that's probably my primary focus now. Like, I really love the Facebook group.
Our Facebook group is awesome.
It's amazing, and sometimes it sounds really cheesy. Like, I just sit back and go, "This is cool, man," and just have a scroll through and be like,
"I posted today." Cool. I've not posted. I don't think I've posted anything for over a week, but I'm on it every day, numerous times, reading it.
Just seeing what everyone's up to.
It's now kind of just sort of got a life of its own, and people are just on there daily posting, and it's great. Yeah. It's great. Love it.
So absolutely love it, and that is kind of now. That's how I got into Top Table Gaming, and that's why those are now the motivators why I still tabletop game.
Yeah.
Should we see what everyone else is up to?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. So we got Gareth Baller, definitely there in October. Got the Friday off work. The wife not coming. I'll be on my own. More beer. More lads.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's happening, Gaz.
Tell her we're very sad though. Very sad.
We are very sad. I could do with my family. I dread to see what was at the end of that. Where are we up to? So Nick Moore says, I went to Manchester before it was in the Arndale. Where was it before?
Was it?
I've
got a... Was it off Market Street? Was it that one of them little side streets off Market Street, or am I thinking of something else? Tell us, Nick. Tell us.
How old is... Nick, you don't have to put it in the chat. How old are you, mate? PM me, because I think the beard might be a bit deceptive. Because
I reckon Nick's about similar age to me.
Which is? I'm trying to make you say it on stream.
I'm not going to say it on stream.
No. Oh, there it is. Nicholas Gardner says, hey there.
Believe it or not, he's younger than me by a considerable amount.
Believe it. Nicholas Gardner says, hey there. We're some 50-point bat reps on the Palente where Damien was chastised for being too loud and waking up the baby. Uh-oh.
50 point, yeah, 50 point. No. We're still waiting on the anniversary Palante, like 5 millionth episode thing.
I'm behind with the Palante.
Have you not watched
the
it?
The Palante is a really good sit and talk SPG show from Damien and Tom.
And you know what? There's a lot of the stuff that's going to be. If you've not seen it before, it's on the GBHL podcast channel. And if you go back, a lot of the stuff they're going to be talking about relates to the older iteration of the rules for Middle-earth SPG, where it's fine. It's worth watching just for the skits at the start, the little scenes.
Yeah, they are
comedy
fun.
sketches. Just go back and watch it for that.
I'd love it if they clip those out of every episode. I just did a video
with them all.
Because especially in the early days before like ideas started running a bit dry, they were hilarious. Some of the Tariel ones and
where Tom says Rock City.
They were good. God, Damien used to get like his mum and dad involved and Emma and everything, didn't he?
Jamie has been on a few. James, they locked James in a cupboard.
Yeah.
You remember that one? They locked him under the stairs or something.
Do check out the Palante.
Yeah,
You're into your Middle-earth SPG. It's over on the GBHL channel and it's just a great watch.
Check it out.
Damien's been on. You've done a couple of live streams with Damien too?
I've done a few live streams.
Didn't you do a book review? Was it Gondor at War?
Gondor at War, yeah. Yeah.
With Damien live.
With Damien.
Lovely man.
Yeah.
You're seeing him this weekend?
Cracking guy. I've seen him this weekend. You might see him on the channel.
You're vlogging. We'll chat about that in a minute.
Vlogging.
So that nicely says, just to jib in before I go offline, as much as I dislike Guild Ball now, the game got me here and I will always have a certain respect for it. Top table game in life. That's how we met, buddy. And yep, I agree. I put a doc because I was worried the chat had froze. Let's ignore that. Because we're hotspotting this one off my phone. It can be a bit weird. That nicely said, I believe it's D. Nick Moore says, yep, opposite hobby shop and entrance to the underground market. Oh, I know where that is. So, like, where the taxis park.
I vaguely remember it.
Wow.
Vaguely. Very vaguely. We used to wag it. We used to wag it and go into town.
We used to wag it. Is that the most mank thing?
We used to wag it and get the 50 into town. 12p on the bus it was.
12p?
12p on the bus.
I used to have a clipper card.
I used to rob people like you.
Oh, man.
Yeah, mate, give me a clipper card.
Right, Steve's going full mank, so I'm going to carry on. Danny DeVito says, has anyone ever played the Dark Souls board game and is it any good? I played it. Obviously, I used to work there when it was released, when the core set came out. It's very Dark Souls.
Can I be honest about
it?
Yeah, we don't mess about it. We don't tell lies. I've never played the Dark Souls computer game. My son did, and he used to rave on about it. And so when you were telling me that Dark Souls was coming out, blah blah blah, I backed it.
Did you back it?
Yeah, I backed it, and I got it, and it came, and I didn't really know what it was about. And then I got Ed to meet me at Alti Gaming Club.
Yeah, Ed Ball
to give me a run through, and I was very excited. The minis are quite cool, and I liked the look for what I could see from opening the box.
I know where this story's going.
And then I played it, and the repetitiveness of it
1000%.
drove me away. The next day I put it on eBay and sold it.
Wow. Okay. So I was a big Dark Souls fan. Played all the computer games, and the easiest way, and it's not really trashing it, but it's not for me. The easiest way to describe it is, I love the grindiness of the computer games. You do have to go and just keep farming the same really rubbish enemies that you know exactly how to beat, to level up enough to go and take on the boss, and that boss might take you a day to beat. I really got a lot out of that and the achievement of doing it in the computer games. Now, what I feel they did with the board game is they put exactly that into the board game. So it couldn't be any truer to the computer games, but it isn't a fun board game. You grind the same 4 rooms and you learn the grunts movements like straight away. So you're going into it going, well, you stand there, you hit first, I hit second, we can't take any damage, we kill it. And you just loop that until you level up and buy equipment cards to go at the boss. and the 10-15 minute boss fight was great fun, and the way that AI mechanics control the grunts is kind of predictable, but the way that AI deck controls the bosses is great and really cool and clever. But it's the 2.5 hours to get there that isn't much fun. It's just super grindy for me, and it wasn't for me. I played it a bit. It's like anything. I can play any game if I'm playing with 3 people I love, but yeah, I think I played about 6 games of it, and that was me, like, done, really.
I enjoyed the first time, the first round. I was like, all right, yeah, okay. And then it's just like the same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing. And it just felt like in the time that I just kept doing it, I could have been doing something else. That's how it felt to me.
Yeah, I agree. So that is our quick 5-minute review of Dark Souls the board game.
Yeah, so we've covered how we got into the game. A few of you guys have let us know. Please, if you haven't,
let us know why you
let us know why you game and what got you into it and what you get out of it. But other than that, I think we can talk about Warhammer Fest.
Yeah, let's talk about. So it is Warhammer Fest this weekend.
It is.
And most of half of Top Table.
Yeah, not most of, half of.
Steve and Ben making the trip up. I'm
down.
Sure, it's always up wherever for me. Just a long way. I can't go because all my staff at the Element Games Northwest Gaming Centre have booked the day off to go.
Yeah.
So I'm manning the venue. I've jumped on the landmine, as you will, so I can't go, and I'm super sad because there has to be some Warcry news from Warhammer Fest. And I'm so emotionally invested in Warcry right now. It's the fantasy skirmish game, and I am all about my fantasy skirmish games.
It's exciting times.
So you and Ben are going, what's the plan?
We're going down early. We're going to get in as early as we can. We're going to go to as many of the seminars as we can.
The seminars are great.
Yeah, we're going to take as much as we can out of seminars. We're going to be vlogging the day.
Cool, that'd be great to see.
So we'll chat about in the morning how we got there, what we had for breakfast, what I got from McDonald's.
I can't wait.
And we'll come out the seminars. We'll do a bit. I'm toying with the idea of just leaving it as a one vlog to edit and release.
Yeah, sure.
Or possibly do some live stuff. But I've not made my mind up yet. It would be very nice for anyone who's going from the community or outside the community who recognises us just to come and say hi.
You're going to be wearing your Top Table shirts?
This bad boy's going to be on. I'll have to wash it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Come and say hi and get on camera and have a chat, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to news, definitely Warcry news. I think
you have to go to the AOS seminar for me because it's not got its own seminar, but because it's in the AOS world, if we hear anything, it's going to be there. I reckon they'll have the 2 core set warbands on show because they've showed those minis off all over online. So I reckon they'll be in a cabinet. And like the new terrain,
loads of pictures.
They've showed off the new terrain as well, but like you have to hit that seminar for me. It's right after the Middle Earth one, so just stay sat down.
Yeah, we'll get in and have a look. It might be in a different room. They had them in different rooms last time, different areas.
Oh, okay.
But yes, we're going to go Middle Earth, 40k, Age of Sigmar. If I have to sit for an Age of Sigmar seminar, they don't mention it, I'll be fuming.
Careful.
Fuming.
I want to be sat just refreshing my foot. I mean,
but yeah, we've got. I want to pick up that. Limited edition Space Marine Lieutenant dude that they released. I think it was
it's quite cool that. Yeah.
It's quite static, but I really like it.
I like it.
And hopefully we might get some surprises.
They've confirmed in a blog there's going to be a pre-release for Middle Earth. We don't know what it is, but using logic, there's only is it Dernhelm and the Herald of the Dead that from Gondor at War that we don't have.
I'm hoping the Herald.
Do you know what would be wicked?
I'm hoping the Herald because we've got some content coming up imminently with Army of the Dead in it. Oh yes.
Do you know what would be mega? If they proper curveballed it, went back a little bit and just went Champions of Erebor on goats. Or Signal Tower, Warbats.
If they went, there you go, there's a troll catapult on his back.
Can you imagine?
And what?
But it's probably going to be the Herald of the Dead.
Yeah. Or, even better, it's a Gandalf for the Grey you've not seen before.
Because we've not got 17.
I'd still buy it.
You've got to get your swag first.
I'd still buy it.
You've got to do your shopping first, and then like Golden Demon's on, so you'll be able to go and check out some. Obviously, all the GW Studio stuff's there, but you'll also be able to check out some insanely painted.
I'm hoping some stuff might be there again. Like Sam Jeffrey was there last time.
Yeah, well, Jay Clare and Sam are usually kicking around. Obviously, work up there.
Yeah, it'd be nice just to, so yeah. If anyone's there this weekend, we're there on the Saturday. Just the Saturday. Oh, we're meeting Damien.
Nice.
because he's a community legend.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like VIP for the day. So we're going to go meet him, catch up with him, hang out, have fun. Yeah, it's just going to be great, man. I'm looking forward to it. I like hobby weekend stuffs.
Yeah, it's good
Cool,
fun.
man.
Yeah, it'll be a good weekend. I'm envious I'm not going, but I will be sat refreshing social media because everyone's going to be sharing the updates. I can't wait.
Yeah, and he'll be messaging me. What
I'm going to be here with Nick. Nick's in on Saturday.
What can you buy? What can you buy? Give
Me and
this, give that.
Nick Moore needs to brace himself because when Warcry comes, boy, you get all the terrain, buddy.
Yeah.
Whether it's
I mean, Jay's been on about Warcry since like
the day it was announced.
day dot, and I've sort of like, but after seeing the miniatures, I'm really liking those.
I've got some.
I don't think it's going to be a system that I play because I just don't have the time. But I will buy the miniatures. But I think Jay will be putting quite a bit of
I'm
content.
getting everything.
Quite a bit of content.
We were actually talking last week about this week's episode being about Warcry, but we figured with Warhammer Fest being this weekend, we may as well wait because odds are, we don't know, but odds are there's going to be a lot of new information dropping.
Yeah.
Because it is going to be a summer release. But as soon as I heard that there's a fantasy skirmish game from the people who did Shadespire and Kill Team, I was like, what I do think though, and I should save a lot of this, given that this is going to be a fantasy skirmish game, I do think it means we won't see more time from specialist games this year. But then my kind of logic tree says, cool, we're going to see Battlefleet Gothic. Because those are the two last kind of big boys that haven't been redone. Like they redid Necromunda, they did Kill Team, they redid Blood Bowl.
Well, that's I was kind of going to say, but you've got Kill Team and you've got Necromunda, and before they were both
That is
out,
true.
You would have said they'll do one or the other.
But Necromunda came way first, like a year.
Yeah, but they're still both out.
Yeah, but I don't think we'll see.
Because you could say Kill Teams.
I don't think we'll see Modham this year, and they will release another big specialist
I don't know
game
with the speed
Oh,
that Games Workshop.
So much stuff. And that is a controversial conversation.
I mean, yeah, they might be saving it, but I'd be in the mindset that Games Workshop are flying high at the minute. They're smashing it, on every front.
Yeah, they are.
You know, you read about them financially, they're doing great. The amount of releases that are just coming out, and I think while that's there, and while everyone's back in love with Games Workshop, get it out there now, man.
Maybe, but
why hold on to it?
Yeah,
no benefit.
True, but Warcry, I am all over like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, it's going to be
exciting time. So we're going to see some content, however it manifests from Fest this weekend.
I just like sort of barbarian look dudes, man.
They're from the.
They like Chaos.
So all set. So when it comes out, it's going to be the first solid releases for it are 7 Chaos factions. They're all Chaos,
right?
But they're from. So AOS is built when they blew it up.
Yeah.
It's built around the 7 mortal realms, and there's like the realm of fire, the realm of light, the realm of beasts, which are the ones you've seen. That makes sense.
Yeah.
The realm of metal, which is the other ones
like
that we've
furry
seen.
Underpants.
I know, right? Who doesn't? Hashtags incoming.
Furry underpants. I love a pair of furry underpants.
Yeah.
If anyone's got any, send them in.
But that's what it's. So you're going to get those 7, but they've also.
I like the way you change the subject.
I don't want to talk about your furry underpants. They've released an image and kind of a confirmation because a lot of people were like, well, what about the 20 AOS factions? Why is it just Chaos? There's 9 factions from the AOS universe that are also going to be. I'd imagine it'd be like Kill Team. It'd be like, here's the rules, buy the models. We might do a box set of them later, so you can build a warband under that. But some of the logos aren't obvious. But the Gloomspite Gits, which is your Night Goblins, are going to be under the Bone Splitters, which are like the Savage Orcs.
Yeah.
Buzzing, already got them painted. Byron painted them. Are in there. Zinch are in there. There's a very what else? I can't remember. There's a very obviously like dwarven one in there. Like all we've got is logos right now.
Yeah.
But so technically from the go, there's going to be 11 warbands playable, 9 AOS factions, and the 2 new Chaos ones in the starter set. And then I reckon you'll see the rest of the actual Chaos ones come out afterwards. But I think it's mega.
Yeah.
And I have a sneaking suspicion. I'm rambling now. I reckon there might be some tie-in with Shadespire warbands. I reckon Shadespire warbands.
It's the same world, right?
Yeah, I reckon they might get Warcry rules because, like, look at the Godsworn Hunt. I had to be careful, and I heard it myself.
The what?
The Godsworn Hunt.
Are they like Gene Stealers?
Yeah. They are exactly like the models you love. And like I reckon they could be the add-on to the faction to pad it out more. That'd be quite cool. But we'll see. Might be wildly wrong. More information and maybe a topic in 2 weeks is Warcry. But let's jump back into the comments. We're rambling now, aren't we?
Yeah.
You will see some first comments. So Nick asks if I'm going. I'm not, mate. I'm going to be here with you on Saturday because we're going to be hanging out. And Nicholas Gardner says, one bad thing of living stateside, the Middle Earth tournament scene in the UK is enviable. It is like you can always find an event. It's
spoiled for choice. I mean, it's been brilliant for years, but it's like, yeah, now it's crazy. There's like an event every week.
It's bonkers,
madness. We just had the ETC as well. Congratulations to Team GB.
Woo! It's coming home.
It's England, isn't it? Because we've got an Irish team that's got.
It's coming home, baby.
Yeah. Won it second year on the bounce.
Yeah.
Yes, second. Well done, lads. Well done.
Boom!
Great achievement.
That's how we do. Glenn Seymour, by the way, lads, is there going to be a vid from the interviews at the first weekend? Yes, we need to use that footage. We've got it.
We've still got them.
Did we interview Glenn? We're going to make you YouTube famous, Glenn. Ben did it, didn't he?
Our roving reporter, Ben, did all the interviews.
It's probably on one of the 12 memory cards I've got in my house.
It's on the hard drive.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's on the hard drive.
We'll have to grab it. Have you brought any of that video from it?
No.
Oh, we won't say any more about
it.
it.
My van broke down. It's in the other van.
Okay.
I'll get it tomorrow and I'll get it to you.
Sure. Nick Moore says, you should go. Can be funny about live streaming. He knows I bring the comedy to this outfit. I'm here with you, Nick. Glenn Seymour. Steve, you're allowed to go. Question mark. Hashtag another trip to Nottingham. Steve does what Steve wants. Nick Moore says, how much... we just said this. How much of the new terrain will the Northwest Gaming Centre be getting? PMGJ. The Gaming Centre will be getting lots. Top Table Gaming will be getting lots. If the lines get blurred and it all gets pushed together, what are you going to do? Yeah. Lots, Nick, is the quick answer there, my friend. And Nicholas Gardner says, I love / hate Golden Demon. The models look amazing, but as a painter, they crush my spirits, knowing no amount of positivity will put me on that level. They are wizards and it's not fair. Some people are amazing at their craft, but at one point they also painted those like Space Marines with eyes that big. Everyone's got to start somewhere. Yeah. Keep cracking at it.
Yeah, you've got to keep going. I mean, I'm never going to be as good a painter as someone who paints for a living. But you can keep learning and keep getting better.
That's the thing, these people eventually get to make it their job and then they're painting like 40, 50, 60 hours a week as a necessity, like you're on the... And then I would recommend checking out classes like Nick Moore, who's a big advocate, great painter and a big advocate of like the colour paint classes and Siege Studios and Sprocket and those, and having hosted some here in the venue, like people go away from those like really learning some new stuff. You've done one with Tommy?
I've done one with Tommy, yeah. Tommy, who's judging our painting competition in the Facebook community as we speak. And Tommy's. I mean, I get that sometimes. I paint a model, I think it looks awesome, and then I look at something like what Tommy's done. He was like, ah.
In the bin.
Ah.
Yep.
Mine's naff.
That Galadriel, man, that broke my painting spirit. Anyway.
Yeah, check out the painting competition thread. If you haven't already, it's awesome. We've got some really talented people in the room, man. But it's not all about talent, it's about rule of cool and what looks cool, and that's what Tommy's looking for.
It sure is. So Joe Holzman says, much like you guys, I got into tabletop games via the hobby side, spent years collecting and painting and decided to take the plunge into playing the game for the first Ardcon. Nice. Did we meet Joe?
No, you know Joe, right?
Yeah.
Met Joe plenty of times. I think Joe's been... Joe, you've been to Scouring, right? I'm sure you have.
God, Scouring, that's the thing we got on this year.
Yeah.
I spotted it when I was doing the events calendar here today. I was like, oh, Scouring.
We need to pay the GPHL 20 quid.
Right, okay. We'll sort that.
Yeah. I keep forgetting. I've told you so that you can remind me.
It's now my problem.
Yeah.
Right, okay, cool. And Joe Holtzman, the idea of a convention of a big social aspect and the stalls is he convinced me to check it out. Dude, if you want a convention of a social aspect and stalls... Oh, spoiler.
Well...
Kinda.
Yeah, just don't. Just
you want to be at the weekend at 2, let's just keep going.
Just own it.
Why can't you rewind live stream?
Just own it. Everything you like we'll have.
You need to be at the weekend at 2, my friend. Nick Moore, Nicholas Gardner, upskill by doing the Sprocket painting class. I think Nick is stateside, my friend. I don't know if David runs classes in the US, but definitely agree regarding painting classes. Green Tree, I wasn't at the weekender and I don't have Facebook, so I've seen nothing of...
Still?
Oh, the awesome tables and scenery that was that. I think we took some... Oh no, we did it all as Facebook Lives. We didn't even get any YouTube footage, did we?
No, but there is, on the clips that we've got, there are some shots. We'll get them together and we'll release a video, and it might be more of a promo video for Weekender 2, so just keep an eye out for it, Green Tree. It'll be on the channel.
Gotta be there, buddy.
In fact, just come to Weekender 2.
Just come.
Yeah, just come.
See them with your own eyes.
Drop everything and come.
Tom Glover, got into the game, has very much enjoyed reading into the Lord of the Rings lore, and it's far more fun to nerd out with people who understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can relate with that.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty terrible painter, but enjoy it anyway.
That's the main
That's all
thing.
that matters.
That's the main thing. You should see some of my first models.
That is all that matters.
Sketchy at best.
Yeah.
Sketchy at best.
Cool, so we've got 10 minutes, guys. What do you guys want to chat about in the last 10 minutes? Let us know. So you're off to Warhammer Fest this weekend. I'm in the venue. We've got some cool stuff going on in the gaming centre this weekend. Hobby-wise, I'm going to be cracking on. We're going to try and get that Legion done.
Content-wise, is there any...
Content-wise, what have we got coming?
Well, we've got battle companies.
We do.
Which you guys are now in charge of Jay's battle company, so we need to get that out of the way quick, because what we could do is getting some stuff filmed.
Okay.
Rapid.
That'll be something I can get hold of the models for.
Yeah.
I better be careful with my suggestions.
Yeah.
We were chatting about it pre. I'm going to send, not free on Saturday, but I'm going to see if I can do some Song of Ice and Fire with Tony Moore.
Nice.
All the trolling about it just being sat there. We do intend on getting it off the shelf and onto the table.
Yeah.
Which I watched Ash Barker's video yesterday, and it just kind of reignited that for me.
64?
Yes. You can play 40 points on a 4x4, which is what I think I might start with.
Yeah, I'd start small.
Like I enjoy the 50-point games more, but I think it's just a bit easier to fill, just as we ramp through it. 6B, I think it feels like the thing I always say about Song of Ice and Fire is it uses big movement trays, but it feels like a skirmish game. There's a lot of really cool like movement mechanics in it. It doesn't feel like you're just moving big trays around the board. It does a bit on a 4x4 because you're confined by spaces.
Yeah.
Like imagine 4 to 5 of those trays on that.
Yeah.
So plus terrain in the middle, bit tight. Give it the extra 2 foot, and you've then got like flanks and.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but I would like to get some Song of Ice and Fire done. I was toying with this week filming a kind of Warcry, what do we know, my predictions video, but again seems pointless with hopefully touchwood news and lots more information about it coming this weekend, so that might be something I do next week. And then yeah, not really sure. I've got a couple of ideas of like new series for the channel. We've got an idea of something we want to do in the community as well, but I don't think.
Yes.
Oh, spoiler!
Like
that was an intentional one.
You will like that one.
I provoked him, but I don't think they're ready enough to talk about yet.
No.
But we are always planning new things, and if you enjoy them, we'll keep doing them. If you don't, we probably won't, because this channel is your channel. Yeah, we do it, right?
So we've also got Seeds of Decay episode 3, which we already spoke about, so I won't delve into that again. We've got Battle Companies, like we said, and also a couple more Middle-earth videos which we want to do, battle reports, which we spoke about. Yeah, just like non-battle companies, just old school, a little bit of theme to the armies, and
exciting.
Old school, man.
Yeah.
Old top table.
Old school's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Exciting times. Cool, so what we got going on? Joe Holzman says, not been to a scouring, working at school, so can only make it to events during school halls. Would love to make it to weekend at 2, but it's a week to it's a weekend!
It's a weekend!
Get a Friday night!
So, yeah.
Just be tired on Monday. Like the youth of today don't need a good education. Don't worry about them. That's their problem.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
My poor son.
Nick says, and Luke has a video of his board from the weekend. Yes, he does. So
isn't it your board, Nick? I saw you grafting pretty hard on that. True. Luke was doing a good job.
I put a shift in.
Luke put a shift in at the bar.
Yeah. So if you check out, I mean, everyone knows Luke of Luke's APS. If you check out Luke's video where I think the title is "Build a Board in a Day."
He did it.
It was at our event, the Weekender. I mean, I'm looking at it now. The guy who won it, Simon
Powell won it in the raffle.
Simon won it in the raffle, lives in London, travelled down in a micro with 17 people in it. So
just had a baby, got no room, not got a spare room anymore.
So it's sat there.
We need to do something with that. We need to chat to him.
Let's film our next Middle-earth battle report on it, because it's a shame that it's sat there.
With Simon's permission, of course.
Yeah, but he's a cool guy, isn't he?
He's alright. No, he's a good
egg. Put him on the spot. You can't say no now. You can't say no.
Yeah, he's
Don't say no, Simon. So yeah, check out that video. That shows the Weekender in the background as well, which is cool. And it also the atmosphere, the sound is good of everyone chatting.
Yeah, it's good.
Really. What else was I going to say? There was something else I was going to say.
Check out Luke's video. Check out
That's a spoiler. I can't say that.
What were you? Oh yeah.
I can't say that.
Nick Moore, prepare to be. I think I told Nick.
Did you tell Nick? Nick, do you know?
Do you know Nick? Nick, do you know?
Don't write it.
No.
Just say yes or no.
Just say hashtag Nick knows or hashtag Nick doesn't know.
Hashtag Nick knows. Sounds like Nick Knowles. Off DIY SOS.
Oh, yeah, I hate
Nick
him.
Knowles. Didn't he sing? He released a song, didn't he?
I'm thinking of Jimmy Hale now. I don't know why.
Jimmy Nail.
Just because I don't know why.
Old crocodile shoes.
Yeah, he was good. If I had an hammer.
She's lying.
Oh God, what are we doing? Anyway, need to see you two Muppets in person again. Praying I get to go to the weekend. Dude, we're praying your head. You were an absolute cornerstone of that event. It was
Make
a
it
pleasure.
happen.
Green Tree says, don't know how I've missed Luke's vid.
Check it out, man. Check it out.
Like Luke, the world watches Luke's videos. He's mega, isn't he? Glenn Seymour says, give it back to Luke. That's just Simon's call. It's not our blood. Joe Holtzman, everywhere's a long way from Devon, especially when you have to get the train and a second job on Sundays. It's more about getting home in time than being in time.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, buddy.
You do live in a very beautiful part of the world.
We'll allow it.
Yeah.
We'll allow it.
Allow it.
Green Tree says, I'll check it out when you boys shut your faces. And Nick says, you did tell me, so hashtag Nick knows.
Hashtag Nick Knowles. I think we'll call it there, mate.
Alright, Green Tree, we're going to shut our faces. We get it.
It's a very organic end to
No,
the show.
as always.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching episode 15 Bonkers of Top Table Live.
We've waffled a bit, but I hope you've not been too bored.
It's what we enjoy. Do let us know over on the Facebook group, because once we kill this chat, we lose the chat. Let us know over on the Facebook group if you enjoyed tonight, future content you'd love to see, what you like and don't like about these live streams, and most importantly, get involved in the community we've got going on, because that's why we do this stuff. Yeah. So, should we sign off?
Let's sign off.
Cool. Thank you very much for watching. That was just a noise. Thank you for watching, guys. See you soon.
Ain't nobody got time for that.